This is Classical Conversations, Cycle 3, Week 16, History Sentence. And this week it's Tell Me About Immigrants Coming to America. So first of all, let me apologize for the backdrop here. Our blinds are broken, so I can't close them right now. Anyhow, second of all, I'm going to give you kind of a little disclaimer here at the beginning. So this one starts with a date range from 1820 to 1930. So if it just helps you to remember that there's a range of dates and you want to do something to remember that, you can kind of just do a little like parenthesis from 1820 to 1930 showing a range. Some people suggest also just doing a 2 for 20 and a 3 for 30. Of course, we have to also remember, though, that this isn't just a 10-year gap. This is a 110-year gap from 1820 to 1930. So those are some very simple ideas. If you want to just keep it simple, especially for your younger kids, that's a couple things you could do there. Just make sure you point that out, that if you do the 20 to 30 thing, that it is 110 years between those two dates. So they remember to change from the 1800s to the 1900s when they actually say it. But, of course, the song helps, too, with that. But anyhow, so I just wanted to point out, though, some neat things that I noticed, because we have 3 numbers here at the beginning of this sentence, the 1820, 1930, and 37. And I noticed a really cool pattern with this, which just in recognizing this alone, apart from hand motions, might help the kids to remember the dates, especially those older kids who are really going for Memory Master or something like that. But so the 1820, if you just pull we're of course just looking at the digits. So the 8, an 8 is a 5 and a 3, okay? Sorry, my fingers kind of blend with the background, but an 8 is a 5 and a 3, okay? So then if you drop your 5 hand down and you drop one finger on this hand, that gives you your 2 for the 20, okay? So 1820, okay? And then 1930, okay, 9 is a 5 and a 4, okay? And if you drop one finger from that and your 5, of course, and one finger, you have a 3 for the 30. So if you kind of look at that together, you have 1820, just drop one finger in your 5, to 1930, drop one finger in your 5. So it's kind of a neat little pattern there, the way that alternates. And then the 37 kind of does something similar. So I have my 3 left here from my 1930, and now if I bring this 5 back up and drop one finger again, there's my 7. So I just thought that was kind of a neat observation that might kind of help the numbers stick in people's heads a little bit better. As far as the motions go, I gave you some simple options. I'll go ahead and show you the more complicated option that kind of covers all the digits if you opt to go that way. So for that, we would have you could do it kind of how I just did it, 1820 to 1930, but you have to drop your 5 in there. So from 1820 to 1930, more than 37 million immigrants, okay? That's a lot of ups and downs and fingers. But anyhow, you could, I found it a little bit easier when I actually just kind of alternated. So I said 1820, okay, I have my 2 over here from the beginning of my range, to 1930, and I have my 3 over here for the end of the range. And then I can just come in and do my 37 million immigrants. I'm still putting my fingers up and down, but for some reason that way feels a little bit easier to me. So anyhow, so that's just kind of what I'm going to do, and then take what you want for those numbers. But anyhow, so I'm going to go from 1820 to 1930, more than 37 million immigrants, okay, because immigrants grants at the end sounds kind of like grunts, okay, so I'm just kind of grunt immigrants, okay, just because that's what the first year I learned timeline, somebody had done that for immigrants. So anyways, so that just kind of is what comes to my mind. So you can kind of just grunt like a bear or a big old football player or something. So of course you have also, which actually sounds more like it's in the word immigrants, so you could, 37 million immigrants that could grant you something or give you something. I've done that for something else, I think. Maybe it was from immigrants, I don't know. But anyway, so I could grant you something. So that's another option there. But and then came to America. I'm just going to put my hand over my heart like I've done near it for the kids. You can use your left hand. Came to America. seeking freedom. So for seeking, you could just kind of put your hand up like you're looking for something. But I'm gonna skip that. I'm gonna leave that part out unless for some reason we need something to help us with that word. I'm just gonna skip that part. I'm just gonna go from America to freedom, like I'm breaking free, just because that's an easier connection to make from my hand here to this motion. Okay, so from 1820 to 1930, more than 37 million immigrants came to America seeking freedom and the opportunity. So opportunity, I hear pour in there. So I'm going to go opportunity, like I'm pouring something out of a pitcher, okay? Opportunity to increase. So I'm just going to point up like something's going up. Increase their personal. I'm pointing to my personal self, myself, okay? Personally, all right, their personal wealth. And for wealth, I'll just kind of do this, I don't know, this kind of like little, money, I got money kind of thing for wealth, okay? Like I'm showing off all my $100 bills or whatever. But anyhow, okay, so for personal wealth. All right, so we'll go ahead and try it with the song, and you can kind of pick and choose from that as you like.
From 1820 to 1930, more than 37 million immigrants came to America seeking freedom and the opportunity to increase their personal wealth. From 1820 to 1930, more than 37 million immigrants came to America seeking freedom and the opportunity to increase their personal wealth. And the opportunity to increase their personal wealth.
And that's it. So take whatever you like of that and go with it. Hope it helps.